Idioms and phrases. Idioms and phrases for communication skills, for competitive examinations, advanced English vocabulary. So for today's session, we have another set of idioms and phrases. The first one is on the factory floor. The first idiom is on the factory floor. On the factory floor. The first idiom is on the factory floor. Now, the origin of this idiom comes in 19th century. So, factory is something related to industries. So, we had an industrial revolution, industrial blooming, the growing of industries in the 19th century. So during that time, this idiom came into use. This idiom got popular. This idiom was popularized in the 19th century when the industries and factories were growing. Now the meaning of this idiom, on the factory floor, it has got two meanings. The first meaning is, as you know, factory is a place where goods are produced. Factory is a place where the goods are produced, where the products are made, but that's not the meaning of this idiom. Another one meaning is factory floor refers to ordinary people, the employees, the people who are laborers, the people who are non-managers. They are not the management people. Okay, they are the front line workers. The ordinary, a company or an organization has got two types of people. One is managerial people, managerial set of people. Second is the front line laborers. So factory floor refers to the ordinary workers, laborers, those who are not the decision makers. Okay. For example, you can say, if you want to put this idiom to use, you may say, for 10 years, he was on the factory floor, which means since 10 years, he was just an ordinary laborer. Okay. Or else you can say, another one example of a statement is, from working on the factory floor, she became top manager, which means initially she had worked for a few years as a laborer, as a common worker. Now she has attained the managerial post. She has become the management. The second idiom we have is kangaroo court. Kangaroo court. Second idiom is kangaroo court. Kangaroo court. Okay. Now the origin of this particular idiom is Californian gold rush. Californian gold rush. You know, California is a place in USA. USA. Gold rush. Okay, this is how this idiom comes into origin. In California, I think around 19th century, gold was discovered. Gold was discovered and people were just fleeing to that place. People were running to that place to get gold, to amass gold. So in that particular place, there were lots of problems, but there was no justice, no law and order, no police, no court, no judge, no justice, anything. So the people, whenever they had some problems, the people would themselves pick up a judge. They would spot a judge and the judge would directly come into judgments and verdicts. There was no there used to be no step-by-step procedure for justice and all. The judge would immediately deliver the judgment or the verdict. That's how this idiom has come into origin. Kangaroo court. You know what is the feature or the characteristic trait of a kangaroo? It will jump from one place to another. So that quality of the kangaroo is connected with the court, where the judge did not follow any step-by-step procedures for justice. He would immediately deliver the justice. So that's the origin of this idiom. So as you can see, the meaning of this idiom is, the meaning is illegal court. Kangaroo court means illegal court. Okay, that dishonest court, illegal court that punishes people in an unfair way, unfair justice, unfair law and justice. Okay, they were very dishonest in judgment. There was no justice, and these people, they did not follow any legal rules, no legal norms, NORMS. For example, you can say that person did not get any justice from that court, which means it is a kangaroo court. Okay, these days we see that the people are rushing to give judgment without following the proper steps, without following proper legal norms, without seeking the truth. In such a case, you can say the court is a kangaroo court. Now the third idiom we have is raise the roof. Raise the roof. Raise the roof. Also, raise a ruckus. Raise a ruckus. Ruckus means loud noise, uproar. Loud noise or uproar. Okay. Now, raise the roof or raising a ruckus means to create a lot of noise. Now this particular idiom, it can have a positive as well as negative connotation. Negative application as well as positive application. How? People celebrate when they are very happy. Also, when people are angry, they can scream and shout. So in both are examples of both shouting and screaming and making noise as an example of positive and a negative uproar. So this particular idiom can mean making a lot of noise, like clapping, cheering, celebrating, clapping. Also, it can mean people are angry. It can mean in both way. Okay, for example, you can say, when I won the competition, my friends raised the roof, raised a ruckus. That's positive meaning. The music band sang well, so the audience raised the roof, raised a ruckus. But in a negative way, you can say when he was not given his salary, he raised the roof, he raised the ruckus. That is negative connotation. Okay. Fourth idiom. Fourth is dish the dirt. Fourth idiom is dish the dirt. Dish the dirt. Dish the dirt. Okay. It has got a very interesting origin as well as meaning. Dish the dirt. It comes from American slang, dish the dirt. You know, dish here means to serve people, serving people, giving something. Okay, serve. Dirt here is a metaphor. Dirt is gossip or information. Gossip or information. Okay, so we can guess the meaning from the origin itself. Dish means to serve something to others. Dirt is gossip or organization. So that means you can create the meaning from this. Spreading the gossip, serving others the gossip, the scandal, the information, revealing the scandal. Scandal means gossip. Okay, revealing the personal information of people to others, revealing secrets, gossiping about others. That's the meaning of this idiom. For example, that today you can see the newspapers, the social media, the magazines, they are all dishing the dirt about celebrities and other people. You can see the magazine dished the dirt about the celebrity. The newspaper dished the dirt about the politician. The magazine dished the dirt about the celebrity couple. Okay. Next, fifth idiom is put out feelers. Put out feelers. This is the next idiom. Put out feelers. Put out feelers. Okay. Now let's learn the origin. From where has this idiom come into its origin? To know that, you have to know the meaning of two words, and that is antenna or tentacles. Antenna or tentacles of insect. You might have seen antenna or tentacles of insect, the long cord-like organ of cockroach and other insect, the cord-like organ. They use this antenna and tentacles to smell the food, to make an inquiry, to make an investigation, to touch, they need the antenna to touch the food, to smell the food, they need this antenna. So here Feeler is compared to the antenna or the tentacles. Okay. Feeler is actually compared to the antenna or tentacle. It is like making an inquiry or checking something. Okay. So put out feelers means, imagine you and a group is sitting with you to make a project. So before making a decision, you are asking questions to that group. You are asking opinions and suggestions to that group before making the final decision. That is called as feeler. You want to know what's in their mind. You want to know the opinion of others. You want to know the suggestion of others. Okay, you are giving them hint, you are asking them questions, you are testing the people because you want their opinion. You are secretly trying to find the opinions of people. That is the meaning of this idiom, put out feelers. Okay, for example, you can say, I want to buy a property. So, I was putting out feelers to my husband, which means I was asking him something and trying to guess what's his say on that matter, what's his decision on that matter. Or another one example is, the company put out feelers before opening a branch in New Delhi. The company, they were trying to find out the suggestions and opinions of their employees before they finally opened a new branch in Delhi. Sixth idiom. Sixth idiom is chew the rag or fat. Sixth idiom is chew the rag or chew the fat. Chew the rag or chew the fat. Now this idiom has got its origin in British English. Chew the rag or fat means talking for a long time. Talking for a long time. Conversation for a long time. Talking in a prolonged way. Conversing for a long time. That's the meaning of this idiom. Okay, when, for example, you could say, when I met my cousin after a long time, we were chewing the rag, we were chewing the fat, we were telling stories, we were telling gossips. So, chewing the rag or chewing the fat means talking for a long time. Okay. Next idiom is flying high. Flying high. This is the next idiom, flying high. Flying high means successful. Flying high means successful, prosperous, progress, highest point of importance, progress. Flying high, hey, you are flying high means you have achieved some importance. Flying high means you have become successful, you have progressed in your life. The company was flying high means the company is making profits. The company is no more in loss. Next idiom is monkey business. Next idiom is monkey business. Monkey business is the next idiom. So the origin of this idiom comes from the feature, comes from the characteristic trait, comes from the behavior of monkeys. So we know how does a monkey behave? They imitate people, they tease people, they will steal from us. Okay, that's their behavior. They behave in a very foolish way. They behave in a childish way. They will imitate and copy people. They will harass us. They act as foolish. They create a mess. They create a complete chaos. So monkey business means acting exactly like the monkey. Acting in a dishonest way, being dishonest and unacceptable behavior is monkey business. Naughty behavior is monkey business. Silly behavior is monkey business. That's the meaning of this phrase. So you can say if someone is irritating you, you can say stop your monkey business. Or you can say the company suspended him because they suspected monkey business in their finance, monkey business in their treasury. Okay. The next ninth idiom is stuck in a rut. Stuck in a rut, also called as groove, Groove. Stuck in a rut or groove is the next idiom. Stuck in a rut or a groove. So to understand the meaning of this idiom, you have to know the meaning of a rut, meaning of groove. So what is a rut and a groove? Okay. Imagine that there is a marshy, muddy, soily road. Okay, imagine there is a road and your car is passing on that road repeatedly. Imagine there is a very muddy road and your car passes the road again and again and again. The car is passing on that same road. So what will happen there? What will happen in that particular place? The part of that road goes inside, which is called as a rut, which is called as a groove. Okay, when something passes on a muddy road again and again, the place, that particular place will go inside. The car will also go inside because it creates a track inside. It creates a channel inside. That part, that track or the channel is called as a rut or a groove. The car also gets stuck there. The car gets stuck in that rut or groove. So the meaning is metaphor. The rut or the groove is connected to our life, getting stuck in life. When connected to life, the meaning of this idiom becomes stuck in your life, boring life, dull life, no progress. no change at all, no excitement. Just as how the car gets trapped in the rut, your life has got stuck in the rut. Okay, you get trapped. There is no change at all. Monotonous every day, same routine. You get stuck in that. That's the meaning of this particular idiom. For example, you can see the world is stuck in a rut. Now, the next idiom we have is drag or get or lift out of rut. Out of rut. Ninth idiom is stuck in a rut. 10th idiom is get out of the rut. So the meaning is opposite to this idiom. Get out of the rut. Drag out of the rut. Lift out of the rut means to have a change in your life. To have progress in your life. Your situation has got a change. There is progress. So you can say better get out of the rut. Okay, that's it all for today. Stay tuned for more idioms.